What's up with it, tribe? It's Survive, and I'm back outside with another reaction vibe. And today, unfortunately, we back with another sad case. Look like domestic violence or some type of relationship issues, because the topic basically say like he shot his girlfriend in front of the cops soon as he left the jail. But it ain't say nothing about him being dead or none of that. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, because you look young, you black, and you squares that bitch and shot somebody, your girlfriend, in front of the police, and I ain't kill you. This got to be an interesting story, man. Let's get on over here and see what this video about. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for me. Hit that notification bell. And it's a vibe. We outside, tribe. I love y'all. You hear me? You licked her face. That's what's up.
Athens police say 26-year-old Alexis Garth died at
26? She look young as hell. Some pretty little babies, though. She look young as hell. She would not look 26 unless this night look like before she was 26 or something. She look young, though, for sure. Some pretty little babies, though, for sure, though. Limestone County. What's Limestone County?
Huntsville Hospital after being shot around 4 in the morning.
The 26-year-old died after she was shot multiple times by a man she once loved.
How he spoke, he loved my sister. So no, I didn't think it would come to this point at all. I didn't.
Beautiful 26-year-old Alexis Garth loved being a mother, and she would do anything for her daughters.
Who's mommy's favorite girl in the world?
Last year she purchased a new home with her boyfriend, 20-year-old Kyron Yarbrough, who she loved deeply. However, tragedy would strike just 1 year later, January 1st, 2023, when Alexis...
That's a nice crib, bro. I don't mean to stop the video. That's a nice crib to be 21, though, man. Shouts out to them at that time, you know what I'm saying? 21, nice little crib right there.
...was found dead in the driveway of their home. She was shot 5 times allegedly by Kyron during an argument. What would make Kyron brutally take the life of someone he supposedly loved, and how could he leave his own daughter without her mother? This story takes us to Athens, Alabama. Athens is a city located in Limestone County, Alabama. With a rich history dating back to its founding in 1818, Athens is home to a vibrant downtown area with historic buildings, as well as the Athens State University, providing education and cultural events. 26-year-old Alexis Garth was extremely beautiful and fun to be around.
Got her. You look happy.
Growing up, she was an excellent student and excelled as an athlete, winning several medals. She was very popular and was described as the life of the party. Alexis's life changed when she became a mother. She was the mother of 2 beautiful girls, and they were her entire world. She would do anything for her daughters. She loved being a mother. Alexis was in a relationship with 20-year-old Kyron Yarbrough. Although he was 6 years younger than Alexis, she was in love with him, and she described him as having treated her better than she had been treated in the past. The two had an 8-month-old daughter together, and Alexis had a 3-year-old kid from a prior relationship.
Oh, so he was 6 years younger than her. She already had a daughter, and then they had a daughter together. Okay, bet. It's a bet. We got it.
Year, Alexis reached another huge milestone in her life. She became a homeowner. This was a very exciting moment for Alexis, and she shared a picture of herself and her boyfriend Kyron in front of their new Athens home on Facebook on New Year's Day 2022.
Hey, hold on. That was a nice crib, like I said, though. Some real shit. Shout out to her for damn sure. At 21, for buying that home, definitely owning that house at 21. I got to give you your flowers, baby girl, for sure. But they say when they try to
count you out, you make them count you in. We beat the odds. She was very happy. On January 1st, 2023, exactly 1 year later, Alexis was discovered dead in the driveway of that same home after Kyron allegedly shot her numerous times during an argument. Alexis's sister Miracle Scott said her sister was so excited to move into a bigger house for her and her kids, and that she didn't think it would be the place she died. Alexis, a 26-year-old mother of two girls who were 3 and 8 months old, was shot 5 times while attempting to protect her 3-year-old, who was hiding beneath a vehicle in the driveway of the family's house on Oakdale Ridge Lane, according to relatives and police. Alexis died early on Sunday morning. Her boyfriend, 20-year-old Chiron, was charged with her murder. He was charged with capital murder because he murdered Alexis in front of her 3-year-old daughter. Because Chiron has a criminal record, a Limestone County judge ordered him to be held without bond.
Out of Limestone County, where one person is dead and another is behind bars, arrested and charged with capital murder following a shooting early this morning. WAFF 48's Daquan Lee joins us live in Athens in front of the home where police officers say today's shooting happened. Daquan, you've learned a woman was killed in what police are now calling
Kind of look ugly, motherfucker. I don't mean to make this a funny situation. Ugly, ugly ass little boy. No, I'm just playing, but damn. That's fucked up, man.
WAFF 48's Daquan Lee joins us live in Athens in front of the home where police officers say today's shooting happened. Daquan, you've learned a woman was killed in what police are now calling a domestic dispute.
Nolan, I've been outside talking to neighbors all day about this early morning shooting, including one man who says that he noticed erratic driving from the people that were in the house behind me. Now, if you take a look at your screen,
I don't mean to be funny, cuz dude need to stop me talking about that was in a house behind me. They be so dramatic on them news channels, boy. That shit crazy. They love their job. Shout out to him, though. Back to the story, man. That's crazy. Dude tripping, though, man. I don't know why would he kill this girl in front of her kids and shit like that. I don't know why would he kill her, period, man. But this crazy, though.
you can see the mugshot of 20-year-old Chiron Yarborough, who was arrested early this morning. He's charged with capital murder for shooting and killing 26-year-old Alexis Garth. At 4 o'clock this morning, Athens police officers responded to a domestic violence shooting call where I am on 22,000 block of Oakdale Ridge Lane. When officers arrived, they say they found Garth in the driveway. She was taken to Huntsville Hospital where she later died of her injuries. I talked to a man who was at the home next door and detailed his reaction when the shooting happened.
Why, though?
Went back to poke my head back outside to see what was going on, and I heard 3 gunshots, so I shut the door, locked it, and then within, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, there was already cop cars here, so I didn't know exactly what happened. I thought maybe there was a robbery going on, but I don't think so after, reading a bunch of stuff.
Chiron was no stranger to the criminal justice system. In 2019, Chiron was charged with shooting 3 other juveniles when he was only 16 years old. Chiron had been bullying several other juveniles when one of the juveniles decided to stand up to him. The two got in a physical altercation. Chiron left the area to get a handgun and then drove back to the area where the juveniles were gathered outside. He got out of the vehicle and fired multiple shots. 2 of those shots hit the male from the previous altercation, once in the stomach and once in the leg. Rounds also hit a second juvenile male in the leg, and a bullet grazed the shirt of a juvenile female. Chiron was sentenced to a 36-month suspended sentence and placed on probation for 24 months following his conviction in 2019. He eventually had his probation revoked and was told to spend time in state jail. Chiron was given mandatory release on December 2, 2022, in accordance with a ruling of District Judge Gray West, despite the fact that his term was not due to finish until May 2023. He would allegedly murder Alexis less than a month after he was released.
Ah, man, only a dude would have stayed in jail, bro. Did y'all hear that? He wasn't supposed to get out to May of this year, May 2023. You know what I'm saying? They let him out early for whatever the reason was. I missed it, but I have to go back and listen to it. But they let him out for whatever the reason is, and he murdered her within less than a month. That's crazy.
According to Alexis's family, the fatal shooting occurred while Alexis was attempting to flee the violent relationship. After the murder, Chiron supporters would go online to show their support for him. Alexis Garth's mother, Shanetta Garth, went live on Facebook to respond to those who seemed to be supporting Chiron on social media. In reaction to those who seemed to be supporting Chiron on social media, the video was published. On January 1, 2023, Alexis reportedly paid her mother a visit at her residence before heading to Huntsville to meet up with friends. Chiron came and picked Alexis up to drive her back to their residence after she visited. Several family members drove to Buck Keys a short while later, and Alexis's sister realized she had left her keys in Alexis's vehicle. Alexis met her sister at the store and returned her keys and then went back home. A short while afterwards, Alexis would phone her sister and ask her to pick up her child. During the call, Alexis could be heard crying and asking her boyfriend Chiron to get away from her with a gun. Alexis's mother, Shanetta Garth, said Chiron could be heard stating, "I'm going to kill her, the baby, kill you and kill myself." She then dialed 911 and left towards her daughter's house. Shanetta said that when she arrived on the scene, she saw Chiron and her daughter both lying in the driveway and believed they were being detained until the domestic conflict was looked into. She heard an officer ask for a medic bag while she was yelling for her 3-year-old granddaughter. That's when the realization kicked in that my daughter wasn't laying there because she was in a domestic, Shanetta said. My daughter was laying there with blood running down the sidewalk like water when you wash a car. The reason my granddaughter was in front of that car, she was smart enough to go hide under a car, she said in the video. My daughter died protecting her daughter. He shot my daughter 5 times. The officer told me when they were pulling up, he shot her, she said. Chiron laid himself on the ground, pushed the gun over and said he surrendered. A short while afterwards, Alexis was declared dead at Huntsville Hospital. It was reported that Alexis was attempting to sever ties with Chiron. Their relationship, which had lasted a little over a year, had become abusive. Her sister as a devoted mother who adored her girls, she loved her family and was a terrific friend to everyone. Her girls were her world and she would do anything for them. Alexis's family is heartbroken by her passing. The family is hoping for justice and wants her story to get out to prevent this from happening to anyone else. What happened to Alexis Garth was an unbelievable tragedy. All she wanted to do was be a mother to her 2 little girls, and she was a great mother. She deserved a chance to live her life, and she should have been able to see her daughters grow up. My condolences to her friends and family. I'm sorry you have to go through this. She should be here.
Man, that's a crazy story, man. I don't know what the reason it is. They say because she wanted to leave the relationship after a year. But you know, there's always other sides to stories and shit like that. But all I can say, I'm going to leave it at this. The babies, though, in front of the baby, though, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, I know women and men can make each other mad and shit, man. But you got to learn to control ourselves, man. When it comes to these kids and shit like that in front of these kids, you know what I'm saying? But low-key, they were still kids themselves, especially him. He went number like, what, 20, 21? So, you know, it come with growth and maturity, man. But rest in peace to Alexis for sure. And God bless them baby souls, man. 100%. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. It's a vibe. We outside, y'all.